Yeah, okay. So nothing new, just more. Lesson 6. In fact, I probably won't even spend the entire time doing all the examples because examples are long and they take up your time. But we will get started on it. All right, so on this first page it says, the area of the given figure can be written as a trinomial in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. Determine the values of a, b, and c. Okay, stop right there. Don't freak out. What's the first word that gives you a hint of what you have to do? Area. Yep. All right, are you ready? This is like a challenge. This is the challenge to you to see if you can get this right start to finish, right? So, how would you start this question to find the area? Who knows? What would you have to do, Sariana?
Would you like draw a line?
Yeah, start cutting it up, right? Start cutting it up into pieces that you can actually see the shape that they are. So I would draw one there. Anywhere else? Mm-hmm. Well, so that triangular piece over there, I've cut him off too. Okay. So now how many areas do we have? 3. We'll have to find the area of 3 different shapes, okay? This is where if you had colored pencils like me, it would be really helpful. I just mean, like, this is a pretty cool tool right now because you can just start color coordinating it. Okay, let's find the area of this pink box. How would you find the area of the pink box? Okay, 3x plus 6. I'm going to multiply that length times width by 2x plus 3. Yeah, you need to write small because there's a lot. This fills up the entire page. By the time we're done, we're going to be like, wow. Okay, let's rock and roll on this pretty quick. Now, see, they're assuming by now that you're good at this. Okay.
That's kind of a bad assumption.
Bad assumption? Okay, come on. First term times everything. We can do this. Hurry up, go. 6x squared. Plus what? Plus 9x. Now we're done the first term. We're done with the 3x. Now we're going on to the 6. So 6 times 2x plus 12x. Put the sign down. Put the plus sign. You got to have your plus sign. You're getting it all wrong. Everything's going to be messy. Put your plus sign. Then we have a plus 6 times a plus 3 is a plus 18. Okay, not so bad. Not so bad. All right. So we'll just put those x terms together. 6x squared and is that 21x and 18. Box it. Okay? You need to keep track of what you've done, and what you need to do. You need to keep track orderly, some kind of order on your paper. Okay? Oh my word. On someone's quiz, I couldn't tell if the answer they gave me was for this question or the one above it. I'm like, I don't know. I drew a little line, put a question mark. Like, I really don't know where the answers are. Okay? So you have to keep some order. I'm not searching through and trying to find the correct answer in your work. You need to tell me what it is. Okay, that wasn't so hard. Pink box. What's next? The little x plus 4. Let's color him blue. Okay, let's go get the blue box. Now, do we know the dimensions of the blue box?
Yes.
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 What are the dimensions of the blue box?
X plus 4 and 3x plus 6 minus x.
Oh, so we don't quite know it. What is super important that you understand, the blue box is not a square. It is not an x plus 4 by an x plus 4. No, it isn't. Because this length is x plus 4 and that length is x plus 4, but we don't know what this length is right here. So you will have to go, it's not. If that was x plus 4, then that whole thing would be 2x plus 8, and we know that it's actually 3x plus 6. So in order to find this measurement here, okay, we have to do this. Ready? 3x plus 6, subtract the x plus 4. Do you see that I put my subtraction stuff in parentheses? That's important. I'm going to get it right. If you don't put it in parentheses, you might get it wrong. So I discover, I'll just erase all my scribbles here. I'm looking for that length there, right, where the arrow is. So I discover the length of that side of my blue box here is actually 3x plus 6 minus x minus 4, please, which is 2x plus 2. Y'all good?
Yep.
You understand how I got there? Combine my x terms together. My 6 and my minus 4 is a 2. Oh, so what I really have up here in my blue box? Oh, wait a second. I want to go so fast. Is x plus 4 times by 2x plus 2. Okay. So you're good at this. We've been doing this a long time, right? Let's just start. First term times everything. 2x squared. Then x times the 2 is just a plus 2x. Put your sign down. And the plus 4 times everything. Plus 8x. Plus 8. Slap those two middle terms together. Box it. You're going to need that. Now the triangle. Okay. So, I like a nice green color. Do we have more greens? I like a green, a good green. How about this one? That's cool. Okay, we got to do this green guy over here. What do you know about him?
It's a triangle.
It's a triangle. Thank you. What are the dimensions? Oh, how do I find the area of a triangle? By the way. No. A squared and b squared and c squared is an important thing for a right triangle. What does a squared plus b squared equals c squared allow you to find? The lengths of sides. We don't care about the lengths of sides. Good. What are you trying to find area? What? Length times width divided by 2. And just a little side note, you find your length and your width by the 2 that come together the 90 degrees, right? So do you know the length of this side? Yeah, we just found it. Yay. Do you know the length of this side?
No.
What is it?
4.
You have to do what? Here we go. What do we have to do?
4x plus 9 plus 2.
Take away what?
X plus 4.
Take away x plus 4 and 2x plus 3.
Wait, why 2x plus 3?
Because this entire length is 4x plus 9. I need to get rid of this length here, which is 4x plus 4, and this length here, which is 2x plus 3. See it? Oh, nasty, right? Okay. So I mean, your whole page is going to be full. Here we go. So I did the subtraction thing on purpose. Minus x, minus 4, minus 2x, minus 3. Anytime you subtraction, you're putting it in brackets so you're not forgetting to change all the signs. All right. Now, don't quit now. See, it's your perseverance coming through. Who's going to get a good grade? Who's going to stick it out till the end, right? 4x take away 2x, and another x is with x. I did all my x's together. All my x's live in Texas. And Texas is, no. I really love to be. 9 take away 7, I get 2. Anybody know who sings that song? Come on.
It's a good song. That's what I know. I can't remember singing.
George Strait, y'all. It's George Strait. You just gotta know. Oh, man. Okay. X plus 2. I mean, you don't know who George Strait is. Okay, you don't have to like country music, but you have to know who George Strait is.
Just leave now.
Okay, you can just leave. Okay. X plus 2, ready? Okay. X plus 2 is now the length of this little side. Here. This is X plus 2. We just discovered that. So my base times my height. Here we go. And then we're going to times this all by 1/2. Woo, Nelly. Okay. Okay, I need to write that somewhere else. I'm going to write it over here. Okay, because over there it looks confusing. Okay, you're quitting, aren't you? Brandon, don't quit. Don't quit. Okay. Here we go. What should we do first? Let's multiply those. Actually, I think in this case, it's easier to multiply the 1/2 to the first bracket first, Malachi. I think it's easier. So I'm going to take 1/2 and times it by this. What's half of 2, Kylie? 1. So I have X plus 1. So I just multiplied this in here first, just to drop this out. I kind of forced to do the back ones first, but in this case, half of 2 is easier than half of 3. So. Okay. You get it? Yes?
Instead of putting it 1/2, would you be able to like put a 2 under?
I find that confusing. Multiply by 1/2, yeah. Now, yeah, we could, Kylie. It wouldn't matter. Okay, here we go. X squared plus 2x plus 1x plus 2. So x squared plus 3x plus 2. Box it. Okay, there are your 3 boxes. To find the complete area of this shape, you'll need to add all of those boxes together, but it's no big deal. I'm not going to write it all out again. I just want you to tell me how many x squared will be in my answer. 9? 9x squared is in my answer?
Yeah.
Looking at all the boxes, I'm picking up all the x squareds. I have 9x squared in my answer. How many x's will there be?
34.
Uh-huh. And what will the constant be? 28. 8 and 2 is 10. 18 is 28. Okay, final answer. Big. Okay? That is the area of the shape.
Still want to find ABC though.
So, what is A? A is 9. Remember, you have to answer the question. B is 34, and C is 28. The question said, what is A, what is B, what is C? Now we have answered the question. That's part A.
Part A.
That's part A.
Yeah, now.
But part B isn't hard. Part B says, calculate the area if x is 2.5. So, Kale, you need to listen, please. What will I do? Calculate the area if x is equal to 2.5. What do we do with the 2.5? What do we do with that?
Put it in the X.
Put it in the x spot, right here and right here. So this is what you get your calculator out for. You go 2.5 and square it. Everywhere you see an x, we're putting a 2.5 right now. Now, just a fun fact here. Can I take 2 times 9.5 and then square that? No, wait. Look up here. Everybody stop. Do I take 9 times 2.5 and then square it? No, what's the order of operations? Exponents first. You must square the 2.5, then multiply it by 9. That's a simple calculator mistake because you don't know. Your calculator is only as smart as you are. So, find me an answer. Go. Get a calculator going, get me an answer. Hurry up. Ben, what did you find?
I doubt this is right, but is it 56 1/4?
56.25?
Yes.
I have no idea. Anybody else get an answer?
Yes.
What'd you get?
The same thing.
Same thing?
For the first one.
Oh, that's this part. Oh, okay, so we're not done here.
And then it's like plus 85 plus 28.
Okay, so all said and done, what are we at? 169.25. Okay, so you simply take the value of x, put it in your calculator, okay? Do the math. Okay. I'm not gonna do the next question because it's just like the one we did on the quiz. Okay. The only one to do here is to draw the picture, but I'm not gonna draw it. You're fine, right? You saw the quiz, you know, just like it. Okay, is that all? Okay, one more though. Turn to class example number 3. This is the last question we will do, and then you'll get to work. It says the hypotenuse of a right triangle is, hypotenuse of a right triangle. What should we do? Draw a picture. Okay. So here comes my hypotenuse of a right triangle. It's 5x plus 5. The lengths of the other two sides are 4x plus 8. I'm going to try to make the longer one get the bigger numbers. And 3x minus 5. So I try to put, it doesn't really matter where your side lengths go, but if one is obviously longer, you should write it down and put it on the longer side. No, I'm going to faint. I'm trying to faint. All right, now it says, form an equation and solve it to determine the what? The lengths of the three sides. So what kind of thing do we know about the lengths of the sides of a right triangle?
Doesn't it tell us right there?
Yeah.
What is the relationship of the lengths of the sides of a right triangle?
The one's always 90, right?
That the angle is 90? Yes. Say it again, Jeffrey. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now you use your Pythagorean theorem. We're not talking about area. We're talking about the lengths of the sides. Okay? Anytime you want to know about the lengths of the sides of a right triangle, use your Pythagorean theorem. Okay, here we go. So, 3x minus 5 squared. I'm calling that A. B, I'm going to call 4x plus 8. I'm going to square it. And that's going to be equal to a squared plus b squared equals c squared. C is always the hypotenuse, which is the longest side of a right triangle, or it's the side opposite the 90 degrees. Better stated. Okay. Now, at this point, if you knew your shortcut to squaring a binomial, it would be very helpful. If you don't know the shortcut, write out 2 brackets for each time it says squared and do it the long way. But let's do it the short way just for a good time. Let's see if we remember. How do you square a binomial? You do both ends. What do you mean by do both ends?
Like c squared.
Square the first, square the last. What's negative 5 times negative 5? Negative 5 times negative 5.
25.
Plus 25. Okay, then what? So you square your first, you square the last, then multiply them together. So the 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. And double it. So it's negative 30x. Oh boy.
What are you talking about?
Okay, here's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Ben, just for being honest. Like, I have no idea what you're talking about. This is what I'm talking about. So if you don't know how to do what I just did, if that sounds like Greek or Russian, okay, or Russian, you can go over here and you can do it the long way. So Ben, the long way is write the 2 brackets out. When that happens, watch. Here it comes. There's your negative 15x. There's another one of those. And then you get your plus 25. So see it? The 15x happened twice. There were 2 of them. It happens every time like that. So you get 9x squared minus 30x plus 25. Okay, plus. If there's a plus sign, I don't have to put a bracket down. Only put a bracket down, Victor, if there's a negative.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do this my short way. Square the first. Maybe choose a different color.
What are you even trying to?
Huh? Okay, 16x squared. Square the first. Square the last. Multiply the 4 and the 8 together, that gives me 32. I'm going to have another one of those. So 32 and 32 is 64 x's. Equals. If you don't know how I just got 4x plus 8 squared equaling that pink stuff, you can go right up 4x plus 8 twice somewhere in your paper. I'm doing the same thing. 5x plus 5. I'm going to square the first. Square the last. Multiply the 5 and the 5 together gives me 25, and then there'll be another 25, which gives me 50. X. Okay. I have an equation. That means the left-hand side is supposed to be exactly the same as the right-hand side. Some of it's true. See this 9x squared and this 16x squared? What did they make? Oh, 25x squared. So you're telling me there's 25x squared on the left and there's 25x squared on the right. You agree? So let's just take those off, get rid of them. So this 9x squared and this 16x squared, already you're balancing that 25x squared. So we're just going to take those off and throw them out. Am I still balanced?
Well, what do you do with them?
Throw them off.
Well,
Throw them in the garbage.
You like cancel them?
Yeah, they're done. They're gone
It's the
forever.
same number.
Exactly. If you have the same number of stuff on the right side of your scale as you do on your left, you take it off, you're still balanced. Crazy. Okay, now what's left together on the left hand, I'm going to put this together now, over here. So I'm going to take this 64x and this negative 30x. I'm going to make it positive 34x's. I'm going to take this 25 and this 64. I'm going to put those together because I'm just compiling them. And I'm going to get plus 89. Agreed? Okay, copy, copy, copy. There's nothing to put together over on the right-hand side. It's already as simple as it can get. Okay, now, do you see? Anybody know what I should do at this point? What have we been doing since we were like in 7th grade? Crying. Crying when I came to math class. I've been crying when I came to math class every day since 7th grade. Okay. Okay, anybody know what else? Once you're done crying, okay, we wiped your tears, we said it's gonna be okay. Now what do we do?
It's like
Add them together?
Yes, something together.
Subtract.
Okay, how about we do this, class? Let's put our x's on one side and our constants on the other. So let's take the 50x. Most people like to put their x's on the left. So take this and get rid of it. Take it off there. But of course, when you do to one side, you do to the other side. Remember doing this? Yeah. Okay, what's 34 take away 50? Negative 16. Copy the 89, copy the equal sign, copy the 25. Because that's gone. That's a 0, actually. This is 0. Okay, next step. Brooklyn, do you know the next step?
Subtract 89.
Subtract 89 from both sides, exactly. So subtract 89, and all of a sudden what we have left is negative 16x, and that's equal to what? 464, and it's negative. Oh, we're almost there. What's the next step? Hannah? You would square root if you had a squared. There's no squared up there. There's no little 2 anywhere, is there? So what should we do first, Kylie? I'm trying to find x. Yes, I am. Go, Kylie. Divide by what? No? Jace?
Divide by -16.
Why?
So then it cancels out and it
So when it cancels, does it disappear, become a 0, or what does it do?
Yeah.
No,
No.
becomes a 1, right. Dividing by -16 becomes a 1. So I have 1x. I'm just put x down. I don't have to put the 1 in front. X equals, and this is a negative divided by negative, is a positive 4. Hey. That's pretty handy. You had your coffee yet? Okay, now, we found x to be 4. We're like, woohoo! We're like singing, we're happy, we're excited. We found x to be 4. Was that the question? We better go check. Form an equation and solve it. Okay, I formed an equation. I solved it. Double check all your work. To determine the lengths of the 3 sides. You haven't done that yet? All I have is x. But if x is 4, is the next part pretty easy? Yeah. So just go ahead and finish. You get all the marks. You don't lose one for not answering the question. So what's the length of the side? What would you do? 3 times 4 is 12. Take away 5. 7. Circle it. Make sure I really understand where your answers went. And then this one, 4 times 4 is 16, and 8 is, there's the length of a side. And the last one is 5 times 4 is 20, plus 5 is 25. Okay, there. There are the lengths of my 3 sides. Okay, so don't miss a mark because you didn't finish reading the question. Okay, I'm done. That was a long lesson. You see the process. It can be long. Don't be a quitter. Be tenacious, right? Stick to it. Dig in deep. All right, those are my motivational words for the day. You'll need them. It's long.